Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Iron Torch 20, and we are continuing the Portable Summer with Mega Man Xtreme 2. This is the Game Boy Color, not really port, but kind of sequel to the Mega Man X series. And this actually does take place between X3 and X4. And I think the first game took place between X2 and X3. I don't really remember though. But basically the reason I'm doing this one is because it does a lot of new things. And for a Game Boy Color port of Mega Man X, there are some things with the controls that are different. But at the same time, this is one that's definitely worth playing. Yes, the translators weren't exactly on their game in this one, as the research lavatory is not really a place where you go to the bathroom. Instead, you end up doing research. But either way, the whole premises of the Xtreme games is that, let's see, a lot of the Mavericks do come back from the previous games, and also you get a lot of different things that kind of combine the PlayStation games and also the Super Nintendo games. Let's see, what you have here is that you have to complete the X mission and then the Zero mission in order to unlock Extreme mode. So we're just gonna go ahead and, for the sake of saving time, we're just gonna play Extreme mode. And the thing with Extreme mode is that it unlocks everything, so the game is much more wide open. So you can pretty much do this however you want. And since I didn't really talk about the plot at all, we'll get some insight into that through this intro stage. And yeah, that is Iris from Mega Man X4, who's also has her Repliforce badge, and then she's also working for the Maverick Hunters now. But yeah, this is basically what we got here, and the thing with the Game Boy Color ones is that you have to double tap the forward or back buttons in order to dash, because, you know, you don't have a third button because it's only Game Boy Color. But yeah, this is just basically X and Zero talking about what they're gonna do. And every time you see the screen flash like that, that's a checkpoint. So that's just something to know. And one thing I am going to talk about later is that the power-ups you can get in this game are a little bit different than the other X games. And they are going to talk more about that as the game goes on. And that is one thing that's good about this game, is that it not only gives you a lot of insight as to how to play the game, but it also gives you some insight on what's going on exactly. But yeah, I'm just going through this intro stage with X, and Zero actually would have had to go to that section, and I might show that off in an extra video, but we'll just see. But now we're at our intro boss, and you know, it's big and it goes down quick. But yeah, it's this skull tank thingy, and fortunately this thing's not too tough. And really all I'm doing is just repeating the pattern. The air dash is also going to be one of your best friends in this game, if you decide to play it. And it's probably going to be one of mine as this game goes on. And the good news about Extreme mode is that you can switch between X and Zero on the fly. But I think only one can fight bosses. I don't really know how that goes. But yeah, just some more plot. And yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of plot in this first part, but at the same time, that's pretty normal for a Mega Man X game. And I am kind of going through this dialogue quickly because, you know, there's a lot of it. And then it turns out that this guy's causing all the problems. Okay, I don't really understand why that takes so much courage. But at the same time, I guess that's what happens when you have a delusion of grandeur. I have no idea, though. And then, of course, X is reluctant to fight, and then Zero is, more willing. And it turns out this guy's British, and I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, this is what they, get into when they explain the, like, the whole DNA thing, and then you can use that to buy items, which is actually going to be a really useful thing as this game goes on. And these power-ups are really useful for restoring energy, as well as buying stuff at the shop, and then you can also get a lot of good things. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and save and continue. And yeah, that was my practice file, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save onto this file. But yeah, I'll just show off the parts shop now. And then basically what you got here is you can unlock different items too. And then, let's see, the common parts are the ones X and Zero can equip. And then, okay, that's a super recover. And then that's only useful for weapons. I actually might get this one pretty soon. And then the speed shot for X is really useful. And then the saber +1, and you can also get a +2 pretty soon. So, let's see, I think right now I'm gonna get the saber +1. And then with that, we're gonna go into Wire Sponges stage. You can go into, let's see, these 4 are the bosses that you have to fight in X mode, and these are the 4 bosses you have to fight in Zero mode. So we're gonna go into Wire Sponges stage first. And yeah, you get the, whole X2 intro, which is pretty cool. And see, for the purposes of, this is how you switch, by the way. And also, this is how you, equip items. And see, I think this is, okay, that's options, so that's all fine and good. And then this, you can just check which, parts you have. That's return to the game, and then that's to switch characters. And the hard tanks and sub-tanks are in a pretty similar place to where they were before, or in the previous games. And then, the way I'm gonna play this is that I'm gonna let X get the hard tanks in his stages, and I'm gonna let Zero get the hard tanks in his stages. And the reason for that is because Extreme mode requires that you have balanced characters, because with the way the bosses are, you can't really win with a or one strong character and one crappy character. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But yeah, I'm just going through a Wire Sponges stage here, no big deal. And anytime you see one of these, that's the checkpoint. But here, instead of an X-Hunter fight, you get to find Dr. Light. I do like this animation. Or it's not really an animation, but it's a still. But yeah, X and Zero can get Dr. Light parts, which is actually pretty useful. But see, for the sake of Extreme mode, I'm actually going to skip a few parts with X. And there's a very specific reason for that, which I'll get into when we get into equipping items. But yeah, those round power-ups, those are going to be the soul power-ups. And you can use those to not only refill your energy, but also buy some cool stuff at the shop. And then, as the game goes on, we'll be able to unlock more things. And Zero can air dash right out of the gate, so that makes him really useful for going through this stage. Because the stage is actually kind of challenging for a first stage. So let's just get him out of the way. And the good thing about Zero right now, Zero is actually more useful for the beginning of the game. But X is going to be much stronger at the end. So I think that's how I'm going to go about doing this. So it's just gotta make jumps here. Okay, this part gets a little tricky because I have to navigate through these spikes without going too early or too late. And unfortunately, because sprites don't bend, it's easy to get crushed. But yeah, we're up to Wire Sponge now, and let's see, this first fight could be a little tough, and the boss fights in this game are a lot tougher than they are in the original X games. But yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to try and go about doing this. And the only part I'm really worried about is the end when he gets angry and starts doing this lightning attack, which he's going to be doing pretty soon. Okay, let's just get you out of the way. Yeah, see, that's kind of not what I need here. Yeah, I think I'm dead here. Yeah, see, the thing with that lightning attack is you have to keep moving. But then, unfortunately, you can't really, But I mean, you can't really run into him either, because that also does a lot more damage. But yeah, that really stunk. Hopefully I do better this time. Let's see, okay, that was a lot closer than that needed to be. Okay, I know what hit me. Alright, now you go ahead and die soon. Hopefully. Yeah, this is the part I'm worried about. Alright, well that was definitely a lot closer than that needed to be, but hopefully that doesn't set the tone for this Let's Play. And then every time you beat a boss, you do get some extra soul power-up, so that's always good. And whoever you kill the boss with, you end up getting a certain ability. So at 0, I decided to get the lightning, because... let's see, there is something important you can do with it. Alright, just over right here. And then, actually I want to get this too. I want to get the barrier extender, because what that does is that gives us more invincibility frames. And I'm also getting the speed shot with X. And with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and call the video here, so join me next time as I take out some more Mavericks and hopefully not get myself killed a lot along the way. See you then!